Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So what we're talking about today, I just want to touch on the whole Rihanna cover and why Black women really love that cover, but we don't really understand, many of us, what we're looking at when we look at certain things. Too many of us take the things that we see for granted, that it's only a cover, it's only a TV show, it's only a movie, it's only a song. And if these things were operating on their own, or if they were individualized, or if there were no other agendas or attachments to them, we could see it as that and move on with the rest of our lives. However, when you put certain things together, it begins to form a tapestry, and it begins to form a narrative, and it begins to form a culture and things that people believe in and come to identify with and things of that nature. And it starts reinforcing, in the case of Black people, it reinforces negative stereotypes and negative narratives that we have about ourselves and about each other. And this Vogue cover, while seemingly simple, is just another piece in that tapestry that we have to really be able to stand back and look at it for what it is. So I'm going to just show you something super quick just to illustrate what I'm talking about. Right here, we have different Vogue covers, okay, from different times, different years, whatever. Now, some of these covers are couples, some of them not. But the thing that I need y'all to understand is what's being portrayed, because a lot of times a picture is worth 1,000 words. And we're seeing right here this photograph of a white woman and a white man. She's not in the power position. If anything, they are in a supportive position to one another. He's supporting her. She's in her feminine. He's in his masculine. She's looking off. He's more direct. Things of that nature. He's holding her up and she's holding on to him. So this is a feminine masculine dynamic. We're going to come back to Rihanna's photo. Of course, Chris Hemsworth and Cate Blanchett are not a couple. However, it's a white man and a white woman on the same cover. Neither of them are necessary. She's not in the dominant position, really. Again, it's not him being led by her or him being in any effeminate position. He's certainly not in any effeminate position. I'm paying attention to what this says about the men in these covers. Here we have an Asian, two Asian people. I don't know if they're couples or not, but again, he's in his masculine, she's in his feminine, in her feminine. She's supporting, she's helping him shave, but he's doing something masculine. He's holding her hand, she's helping him, he's still in his masculine and she's still in her feminine. And even here, even though he's seated and she's standing, he's still in his masculine energy. He's portraying a masculine energy. She's portraying a feminine energy. She's still in a way holding on to him, and he's in a way holding her up. So, and she's dressed in a way that is provocative and to portray femininity. And he's dressed in a way that it should be portraying masculinity. And so here again, we have two other individuals. I don't know if these people are actually couples or not. They don't have to be just because they appear together. But again, he's in a supportive yet still masculine, and she's in her feminine. She's kind of hiding behind him a little bit. You can see how these energies are being portrayed. And of course, you have another Asian couple. She's leaning on him. He's holding her. She's leaning on his chest. He's in a dominant, more masculine position than her. Now, let's go back to Rihanna's cover. The only Black couple. If they are a couple, if any of these are a couple, okay, she's not married. We know they're a couple, but we also know they're not a married couple. She's in her masculine. She's leading him. He's having to follow her. She's direct. He is not. She's the one that birthed the child, but he's the one that's nurturing the child. Okay. She's in the position of leadership because of who she is. It's almost as if saying these other women aren't successful in their own genres. The only one that I know for a fact is Cate Blanchett as an actress, and her being a A-list actress as well. She's, I think, the only billionaire among any of them. So therefore, she is to be portrayed in the lead in a relationship that has no matrimony. She is a 2-time baby mama to this man now. Okay. She's worth billions. He's worth maybe 20 or so million dollars. As such, he doesn't deserve to be in the lead. They're trying to talk to her about parenthood, but what about his parenthood, as if he's not the parent as well. Somehow she's more important in this dynamic than he is. She's always going to be more important in this dynamic than ASAP Rocky. He's never going to be important in this dynamic. He's got to be in the supportive role behind her. He's got to be in the nurturing, more feminine role behind her. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. Like I said, picture's worth 1,000 words. She's leading because she's got more money. This is something that Black women subscribe to. She's a billionaire and he isn't. So he's not good enough. Doesn't matter that he's successful in his own right. Doesn't matter that he's wealthy in his own right. It doesn't matter that it's only so many billionaires in the world, period, men or women. So she wasn't going to get a billionaire really anyways, right? So since he's not on her level financially and he may never become a billionaire himself. So he's always going to be in a position where she's in charge. Okay. She has left the child with him because it's his responsibility, not hers. That child, because he makes less money than her and because he doesn't have the same socioeconomic status as her, he may or may not even be as well known as Rihanna. Okay. Rihanna's been in the game for a quick minute. Okay. Ponder Replay is an old song. Okay. It's not her responsibility to raise that child. And it's not her responsibility to be the woman in that relationship. It's his responsibility to be the woman in that relationship. Because she makes more money. So she's the man. And she's qualified to lead him, and he's got to be on her program. She don't have to get on his program. Leadership is about money in the minds of a lot of Black women. If you have the money, then she's automatically believing that she is qualified for the leadership position. The raising of the child is not her responsibility because she's the billionaire. She should be free to keep doing her thing. Her Fenty beauty business, her music business, any other side business ventures that she has going on, because ultimately her career and what she's doing independently is actually more important than her relationship with ASAP or her motherhood. Because she shouldn't have to stop being a billionaire to be a mom or to be a wife. We know she's not legally married, but whatever. You got 2 kids now, you might as well. You understand what I'm saying? Her independent trajectory is actually more important. So this feeds into another narrative that Black women now have, is that her individual happiness, her individual trajectory in life, her individual aspirations, her individual accomplishments are always to be held above in importance the relationship that she has with her husband or man, and her relationship that she has with her children. Her motherhood is not as important. Her wifehood is not as important as her individual accomplishments, right? She's not being shown as the nurturer because she doesn't have time. A billionaire doesn't have time to nurture. Since he's making his little piddling 20 million or so, he can do it. Get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. You understand what I'm saying? Now, on Twitter, when this was brought up, there were a couple of comments, and Black women were making excuses about the cover by saying, well, why come we can't look at it as if ASAP is being portrayed as a good father and a good support for his wife? Which that would be all nice if for the last 70 years, y'all hadn't been saying that Black men don't do that Black men are crap fathers and that they're crap mates as well, and that they don't support Black women and that they don't take care of their kids. So now all of a sudden, in order to justify the masculinity of this Vogue cover and the flip-flopped dynamics to make that better, now we want to attribute good fatherhood and good supporting that Black men give. Now you want to acknowledge it when it benefits you. I'm gonna need you to knock that off. Okay, I'm not buying what you're selling. Contradicts the whole narrative that you come with. The cover itself actually supports what Black women want to see and ultimately what they want to copy, but they're missing something. And I'm gonna tell you what they're missing in a little bit. Rihanna here is her life, the way her life is ending up, the way that it has what it has culminated into thus far. Rihanna is the fantastical prototype for Black women to follow. She's pretty. When she was young, she did whatever she wanted to do. She didn't tie herself down to a husband or a man of any kind. She didn't tie herself down to motherhood or anything like that. She kept grinding and grinding until she was successful in her music career, and she was successful in her other business ventures and things of that nature. So she became a billionaire. She's still pretty. Rihanna's a good-looking woman. Okay, she's world-renowned and all of these sorts of things. Okay. So they want to be beautiful, they want to be rich, and they want to be in control of the relationships that they get into with men. Here's the part that Black women actually miss. Rihanna settled. In the logic of Black women, Rihanna had to settle. For all her beauty and for all of her business savvy and for all of her wealth, okay, going by the logic of hyenas, Rihanna settled. And didn't y'all say y'all don't want to settle and that you would never settle for your lowering your standards? Didn't you say that? I believe a bunch of hyenas said that. I'm not never going to settle. I would never relax my standards. She relaxed her standards quite a bit, actually. Because for all of the attributes that Black women and feminists and hyenas would praise Rihanna for, you missed that little part, didn't you? That she settled. She can't get a billionaire. You know why she can't get a billionaire? Because of the sheer rarity of a billionaire. That's number one. See, something called probability and the wall actually caught up with Rihanna. She can't get a billionaire because numerically, in terms of the probability of her getting a single, preferably if she preferred Black billionaire, not going to happen. Just statistically, it's not going to happen. So she can't get a man that makes equal or more than her, like y'all be saying y'all want to get. She couldn't do that. The wonderful, magnificent Riri, she actually couldn't do it. Not because not possible. Those men are unavailable. Okay. And it's the wall. That success that she accumulated individually made it impossible to get a man that was equal to her in terms of her wealth or above her in terms of her wealth. See, it probably would have been better for her to get the billionaire when she was young, be married, be a mom, pursue your career, and you can also be independently wealthy. See, she still did it backwards. Y'all appraise her for it, but she still fell into the trap that Keisha falls into, a baby mama to a man that ain't doing as good as her financially. And this isn't a knock to ASAP Rocky, because he's still in the 1%. He's still in the 1%. I mean, I'm not knocking him. I'm not calling him broke. But what I'm doing, what I'm talking about, is the mindset of the hyena. According to y'all logic, Rihanna settled. Okay. Just wanted to bring that to your attention. I also want to bring to everyone's attention to go and get your copy of Reclaiming the Black Feminine, The Lies of Feminism and the Road to Recovery, which is on sale now. The link to get your physical copy of the book is in the description box, crimsoncure.com. Also, if you want to get it on your Kindle, I'm going to read it on the go, the link to the Amazon is also in the description box. Also, jump down into the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.